Larry down on the baseline, being shoved by Sorensen. Lost the ball, gets it back, lost it again. And we got a man down, Barnes. They throw it to him. He's laying on the ground. They throw the ball to him.
That's probably not one of the smarter things I've seen on the basketball court, but I guess, hey, he's our point guard. Get him the ball.
He recovers.
Even if he's laying down.
His teammate picked him up. That was incredible. They don't know what to do but get it to the point guard.
That's how disciplined this team is.
Swaney Cooper underneath to Sorensen. Jumper no good. Rebound Kobe. And Broncos into forecourt with it. Lane, nice pass to Larry. Shot is up and good. Reggie
Larry just kind of flipped that ball up over the rim. It hit the back of the rim, went straight up in the air, came down and went in finally. Not a pretty shot, but it's still 2.
6 points for Reggie Larry. Barnes with a basketball, almost stolen by Carl. And then almost stolen again. Spin move by Allen. Boy, he is quick. Good defense by Kenny Wilson. Pass to Sorensen on the wing. Now back outside to Justin Allen with 10 on the shot clock. 59-42. Broncos up by 17. Driving around, Barnes drives inside. Shot is spiked out of there by Reggie Larry. A block shot.
Yeah, the little 5'10 Barnes, no match for Reggie Larry if he's going to get in the paint. He couldn't get by him, tried to throw a shot up off the glass, but Reggie Larry was going to have none of that.
Cunningham, Tiedemann, and Bauscher in for Nelson, Wilson, and Carl. Barnes inbounds pass, and boy, they just beat the shot clock. Swaney Cooper, a little jumper.
Caught the defense sleeping on that inbounds pass. Cunningham got beat back door.
15-point lead for Boise State. Tiedemann with a basketball. Tiedemann at shooting guard. Eric Lane now rotates out to point guard. Lane over to Tiedemann at three-point range. Bounces in the corner to Bauscher. Bauscher picks up his dribble. Broncos running a high-low post, both on the same side of the court. Pass goes down in the corner to Tiedemann, inside to Cunningham. A jumper off the glass, in and out, no good. Gets his own rebound. Shot is blocked, gets his own rebound. Shot is blocked, and the rebound tipped away. Barnes just goes right by Eric Lane and lays it in. Broncos, no-look pass by Lane was hit and knocked out of bounds by Justin Allen.
Well, it was a good pass. They had Cunningham all alone standing right underneath the basket, but the ball tipped away. Broncos inbound.
Bauscher will do the honors. Inbounds pass to Larry. Leaves it for Lane. To Bauscher on the baseline. High post to Cunningham to Tiedemann for 3. Great ball movement. The shot not good. Rebound Bauscher. Great job.
Just ripped that ball away from the defender.
Three-pointer by Lane. No good. Well, the Broncos up by 13. Starting to jack up threes again. Barnes with it. Drives inside. Can't shoot. Ooh, there's a pump fake. Should have been a walk on Allen. Allen kicks it back to Barnes. Fadeaway jumper short. Rebound, Reggie Larry.
Barnes missed a shot. Mark that down in your scorebook.
Up court to Eric Lane. Lane to Tiedemann. Throws it away. Cunningham kind of asleep at the switch down there. And a foul on Kurt Cunningham, I believe. Well, no, it's not either. Foul is on Swaney Cooper.
Cooper got his arm hooked around Cunningham and kind of wheeled around him to get that ball and make the steal. And the officials caught it.
You know how many fouls the Broncos have had called on them tonight?
I think
2. 11:50 left to go. Timeout on the court. 59-46. Boise State will be back on the Broncos Sports Network.
Bronco Vision for our hustle play of the game. It's being queued up right now. Brought to you by St. Luke's, Idaho Elk Rehabilitation Services.
50%, 6 of 12. And the Thunderbirds 7 of 13 for 54%. So some pretty good shooting in the second half.
And that's what the Thunderbirds do, is they shoot it well. That's how they win. Their shooting is up to 47%. Boise State shooting 54. 1-1 for Kirk Cunningham at the line. Kirk has not scored tonight. Big Kurt out of Sharpsville, Indiana.
And Cunningham there, a result of a collision.
Free throw, not good.
So that was our auto body specialist. Collision of the game. Call auto body specialist for an out of body experience.
Southern Utah has not shot a free throw. There's only been 2 fouls called on Boise State. Broncos only made 5 out of 10.
I'm not sure I've done a game with you, Paul J., where I can recall that happening.
Nope. There's a foul on the Bronx. Nope. Foul on, it looked like he called it on 51. There is no 51.
Yeah, you had 15. It right the first time. You thought it was on Boise State, and it was. But the official very confused there.
It wasn't 51, though. It was 15. And the foul is on Matt Boucher. Third foul against Boise State. His officiating is terrible. There's a lob pass underneath. Boy, and Justin Allen about knocked his teeth out. He hit his head on the rim as he went up with a shot. He made it. That was pretty impressive. Beautiful feed by Cunningham to Reggie Larry for the layup. Good. Boucher to Cunningham to Larry.
Reggie Larry was going to tomahawk that ball, but as he was going up, he kind of lost control of the ball and just kind of rolled it over, finger rolled it again into the basket. That's twice the Broncos were going for dunks and had to settle for the finger roll.
61-48 Broncos. Cunningham hits the floor. That leaves Greg Joe open. Now and he banks one in.
Bank
for 3.
Three-pointer. You don't see that one every day, do you?
Orlando Griego banks in a 3, and it's a 10-point game. Boucher with a basketball. Broncos ain't got him yet. There's a long 3. Good by Kobe Carl. That one was way out there. 11 points for Kobe.
Kobe's not shy. No doubt about that.
64-51. Allen really carried the ball. There was no call. We're talking about the palm job there. Back over to Allen. Allen now, left-hand wing, drives inside, throws it into the stands.
Well, he's trying to get it to Greco underneath as he cut to the basket, but that pass wasn't anywhere near Greco.
Tried to do it without setting it with his offhand. Reggie Larry is out. Replaced by Seth Robinson. 64-51. 10:21 left to go. Broncos by 13. Carl across the timeline. Be nice to see the Broncos just put them away. Robinson to Carl in the corner to Boucher for 3. Good. Boy, they really worked it around.
Boucher got run over there, too, by Canis, the big 7'2" guy trying to come out and block the shot, and no foul called.
Could have easily been a 4-point play. Griego with a basketball outside to Allen. Over to Barnes. That's not Barnes. It's the new guard in there, David Merrick. Merrick to Barnes. Barnes dribble between his legs against Tyler Tiedemann. Tiedemann lets him go a little bit. 11 on the shot clock, now 10. Drives inside, kicks it off. Merrick with a long 3. Not good. Rebound. Cunningham. And they're going to call a foul on Kurt. He did clear out, didn't he?
Well, no, he just put a body on Canis. The trouble is Canis is so weak that he bounced right off of the backside of Cunningham, and the officials call a foul. That's called rebounding position. I don't think that was a foul.
4th foul on Boise State.
If you aren't allowed to get your backside and your hips on a guy to keep him off the boards, how are you supposed to rebound?
Inbounds pass almost lost by Griego. Griego kicks it outside of Merrick. Merrick off to Barnes. Barnes on the left-hand wing. Pump fake. Drives inside. Kicks it out to Merrick to Griego. In the corner to Allen to Griego to Barnes for 3. Good ball movement. He missed it, though. Rebound Tiedemann. And then he kicked it with his foot.
He tried to pull it down. It went off of his foot, but it went right to Kobe Carl, thank goodness. There's another long
3. Oh. Good again. Oh, boy.
Well, that's 3 for him in the second half from three-point land. He is dialed in right now.
Yeah, 4 on the night for Kobe. He is 4 out of 6 from three-point range. We got a foul again against Boise State.
Speaking of Kobe.
You know, I shouldn't have mentioned the Broncos only had 2 fouls on them a minute ago. Now they have a bunch. First foul on Carl. The Broncos have nobody with more than 1, though.
Well, they still only have 4 for the game, so I guess we got to cut the officials
actually.
a little slack, maybe.
Yeah. 5 actually on the game, I believe. 3 seconds. Yeah. You can hear Coach yell at 3 seconds. The big guy was in there. The pass hits him on top of the head. He goes back outside to Barnes, inside to Canis. Canis to Barnes, knocked away and out of bounds. Good play by Matt Boucher.
Good hands. He just kept the hands moving, got it on the ball. Barnes couldn't control it. It went off his knee out of bounds.
Boucher has played well. LSU has won with a field goal, 23-20. Mississippi didn't do anything in overtime.
It's pretty bad if you can't even get a field goal.
No, they didn't. They didn't. Carl with the basketball, whips it into Cunningham in the corner to Boucher, left-hand side out to Kobe. Kobe penetrates, fires in the corner. Nice catch by Tiedemann. He is so much bigger than the guards for Southern Utah. Ball knocked away, picked up by nobody. Big scrum goes out of bounds to Boise State. Allen was laying on the floor and he was out of bounds. They call a timeout. Southern Utah's ball. So Southern Utah comes up with it.
And after that little scrum, they're going to have to get the guy with the mop out to swab the deck.
Yep. There's about 4 players on the floor, all of them sweaty.
A lot of bodies down there. It must have gone off one of the Broncos.
Not a bad performance for Boise State so far, up by 19, 70-51 against an undefeated team.
Well, they beat the University of Utah down in Salt Lake in their own facility. They beat the University of Denver on the road.
Barnes throws over to Canis. Jump shot good by the 7-footer.
Well, he better have a good touch because he's not strong enough to play inside.
He's only shooting 12% coming into the ball game. There's a foul.
That'll send Bausch to the free throw line.
Swaney Cooper reached out and touched someone, and that someone was Matt Boucher. 3rd foul on Cooper. Timeout on the court. We're inside the 8-minute mark. 7:45 left to go. Broncos 70, Southern Utah 53. BSU shooting free throws when we return on the Broncos Sports Network.
3 minutes remaining in the game. It is UFC 23, Cal 9. And from Baton Rouge in overtime, LSU 23, Ole Miss 20.
How many people are watching this ball game?
Well, it's time now for our Domino's Pizza attendance report, brought to you by Domino's Pizza. Get the door, it's Domino's. Well, 3,327 Brave fans came out tonight after a long day of rooting the Bronco football team on. So 3,327 is your attendance. Thank you, Domino's.
Free throw by Boucher, not good. So Matty misses the free throw, and here comes Southern Utah with the rebound into forecourt. Merrick with a basketball out at point guard now. Pass goes over to Adepoju. Adepoju with a basketball. Pump fake, doesn't shoot. And here come the Storm Troops. The Broncos starters getting ready to come back in with a few changes. Greco on the shot, huh?
Hit one down on the baseline.
Boise State misses a quick shot, and here comes Southern Utah. The Broncos, whenever they get the lead, they start quick shooting. There's a rebound by Robinson, taken away, though, by Cooper, and a foul on Seth. I don't know how Seth can even complain about that. doing a mug job over there in the corner. Thomas, Larry, Wilson, Nelson in for Boise State. Eric Lane, the Bronco, stays in. This is an interesting lineup here. Oh, nice steal by Larry. Reggie Larry on the inbounds play.
Real interesting if it creates a turnover like that, even better.
Lane into forecourt to Thomas. AT out to Eric. Eric back to Thomas, back to Eric Lane. Little zone defense here by Southern Utah. The Broncos recognize it, now set up. Eric rotates to shooting guard, and AT to the point. Back over to Lane with 9 on the shot clock. In the corner to Wilson, back out to Lane. Lane penetrates, drive, shoots, misses, tipped in by Nelson, and he was fouled.
Great anticipation by Matt Nelson. He was positioned perfectly under the basket. Elaine drove it down the lane, laid it up, it rolled off the rim, and Nelson there to tip it in.
Nice job by Matt Nelson, who's having himself a ball game. I think he's going to have a lot of ball games. Foul is on Brad Canis, his third. All against Nelson, I think. Nelly now with 15 points and 8 rebounds. Free throw is up and good, 16 points. That's what he had in the opener against Wyoming. Broncos lead back out to 18.
He's also got 8 rebounds to go with those points, Paul.
Long jumper. Whoa, it's good by Adepoju. 3-pointer. Eric Lane with the basketball, drives inside, had a nice rolling screen there by Reggie Larry. Uh-oh. Matt Nelson was being swung upon by Canis.
Or Greco, I guess it was. It was on the ground, and they just got all tangled up down there. The ball will go to the Thunderbirds, but Nelson almost stepped on Greco's face, and
Greco didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Well, I can't imagine you would. I would like my face stepped on.
Orlando Griego has 3 fouls and 8 points. Inbounds pass, Merrick with it across the timeline. Pass in the corner, a long jumper by Adepoju, not good. Rebound Reggie Larry. Great outlet pass to Wilson to start the Bronco break. Now the Broncos all run by him. He has nobody to pass it to. Gets it off to Thomas. Back to Wilson, out to Eric Lane. Back to Wilson. Left-hand side of the court to Lane, head of the lane. They go into a zone defense when they're down by 15. That's a sign of surrender. Nelson, a great pass inside to Larry. His shot was blocked. He's really disgusted with himself for not dunking it.
Yeah, he should have just gone up and tried to ram it home. Instead, he tried to get the layup, and the big 7'2" Canis blocked it.
Calling it a block shot, which
it was,
is what we called it.
No reset of the shot clock, 10 on the shot clock.
Yep, inbounds pass to Lane, all alone, didn't shoot. Boy, he should have. Wilson feeds underneath to Larry, lays it in.
Or he should have passed it underneath to Reggie Larry. Either way.
10 points for Reggie Larry, 75-58, 5:18 left to go.
Elaine electing for the assist as opposed to the 3-point attempt.
Almost a turnover by Adepoju. Look at that move. Shot is up, no good. Rebound Larry, throws it away. Picked up by Grieco.
He got a little excited there. He didn't have to do that. He just needed to come down with the ball, gather himself, but he tried to pass it while he was falling down.
Yeah, I think he thought he was losing his balance. Grieco, pump fake. Larry goes flying by. Knocked away, though, on the baseline. And picked up by Southern Utah. Merrick with it. Jumper from 10. Not good. Rebound. Standstill rebound by Reggie Larry. Down court, Wilson knifes inside, lays it off. Good, and he's fouled. Nope, offensive foul. Oh, boy. Adepoju takes the charge.
Well, the most surprised guys on the court are the Thunderbirds from Southern Utah. They knew they were committed to foul.
Yeah.
Adepoju was getting ready to check out because that would have been his 5th.
You can hear Coach Graham talking to Anthony Thomas saying, play smart now. 4.5 minutes left to go. Bronco lead is 17.
Hey, he's his resident counselor.
Yep. Adepoju at the high post. Backs it out now to the wing, right-hand side. Dumps it inside. And a turnaround jumper. Good by Junior Abraham. Broncos into forecourt with a 15-point lead, and Larry loses the ball. Picked up by Adepoju.
Reggie Larry is a little out of shape. I think he needs a little bit more conditioning, and he is going to be really tough to deal with during the course of a ball game.
Yep. Merrick with the basketball, zips it over on the wing. Adepoju with it against Eric Lane. Lane staying solid. They go to the big guy. Turnaround shot is good by Canis. 7-2, but he shoots from the center of his chest.
Nice touch, though, for a big man.
Yeah. Thomas pass to Wilson. Back outside to Thomas. They whip it around the lane. Wide open three by E. Not good. Rebound taken down by Southern Utah. 3.5 minutes left to go. And Merrick throws it away. Steal by Lane. Lane drives inside. Slam dunk is good. Eric Lane. Nice night for E. Got 14 points. 3:19 left to go. 77-62. Timeout. And we'll be back. The Broncos up by 15 on the Broncos Sports Network. Nevada 20 points ahead of Arkansas Pine Bluff in basketball action tonight. You would expect them to beat a winless Arkansas Pine Bluff team at home. In the forecourt, Steve Barnes with a basketball. Pass up to Adepoju. He's a highly excitable young lad. Underneath to the 7-footer. Turnaround jump shot. Not good. Rebound. Forced up. Not good. Rebound to Carl. And a foul on Boise State. Foul on Reggie Larry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fouls against Boise State tonight, all on different people. 2:57 left to go. We got another timeout. Broncos up by 15. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Broncos Sports Network.
Back in action Monday night against Santa Clara. That one tips off at 7 o'clock. Invites all Bronco fans to celebrate each Bronco win with a free Big Burger at Carl's Jr. Redeem your Bronco basketball ticket stub from each winning home game and receive a Big Burger absolutely free.
Both teams continue to shoot it well in the second half, huh?
Yeah, they absolutely do. 52% for Southern Utah, and the Broncos still hanging in there at 54% from the field. Abraham
with a free throw is up and good. 77-63, 14-point lead, 2:57 left for the Broncos. Second free throw by Junior is up and in. He has 4 points all in the second half, down to a 13-point lead. Carl into forecourt over to Eric Lane. Lane looks inside, 2-3 zone.
Going to deflate the ball here a little bit, Paul J. They're going to take some time off the clock.
Well, if they're going to play a zone down 13 with 2:40 left, I guess you should take time off the clock.
Definitely advise that.
Pass to Wilson. They trap off of this zone, but we haven't seen it tonight. Carl zings it off to Lane, down low to Matt Nelson. Baseline move, he lost it. Turnover. Whoa, and Merrick loses the ball, picks it up, kicks it back outside, now gets a return pass, takes a three, and hits it. David Merrick, his first points of the night. Now it's a 10-point game. See if the Broncos can finish these guys off. 2:09 left to go. Anthony Thomas was going to check in, now is called back to the bench, young freshman. And here comes the trap off the zone.
Got to get somebody to the middle of the court. Reggie Larry then moves in there.
No, they don't get it to him. 11 on the shot clock. Kobe Carl with the basketball. Penetrates. Fires over in the corner and knocked out of bounds.
6 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep. So Boise State with a 10-point lead. Thrown away by Carl. Really bad pass by Kobe. And Merrick takes another three, and this one's in and out. Rebound, Matt Nelson. That might do it. Nelly up court to Wilson. Wilson, alley-oop to Reggie Larry, who missed it. And then Larry got the foul on the rebound.
Reggie Larry, as they were running down the court, looked over at Kenny Wilson, and he gave him the old lob sign, right? The old point to the sky. So Kenny Wilson lobs it in there, but it was behind. Yeah.
It wasn't a good lob at all.
Behind the streaking Reggie Larry, and he couldn't quite get the ball to the hole.
77-67, a minute and a half left to go. Broncos up 10. And Adepoju checks out of the ball game, replaced by somebody I don't have, number 34.
That's Lance Higbee. He's a 6'4", 180-pound freshman out of Alamo, Nevada.
I'm betting he shoots the three. Free throw is up and good by Cooper. 5th point for him. Single-digit ball game now, 3-possession game. 77-68. Left-handed free throw is missed badly. He looked like he might have done that on purpose. Short-armed it anyway. Rebound Boise State.
Now they're going to pick up man-to-man. The Thunderbirds do.
Minute 20 left to go. Almost the steal. Kobe bobs it out to Nelson. Back to Carl. Minute 12 left to go. 17 on the shot clock. Kobe goes down with the dribble, has a screen from Nelson, drives inside, finds Wilson. He doesn't shoot. 8 on the shot clock. Zip it to Eric Lane. Lane drives across the lane, backs it out with 3. Carl takes a long 3. In and out, no good. Rebound. Boise State. Nice job by Kenny Wilson. Larry with it, lobs it way outside to Kobe. 46 seconds left to go. 77-68. Lane with the basketball. Over to Wilson. Wilson holding the ball, now goes with the dribble. Has a screen from Nelson. Leaves it for Eric Lane. 11 on the shot clock. Broncos are going to have to put a shot up. 9 on the shot clock. 24 seconds left in the game. Eric drives in, lays it up, and missed it. And the Broncos stone cold, and it'll be Boise State ball with 18 seconds left, and they'll just run the clock out. And again, the ends of both halves, Larry, the Broncos just don't score. They haven't scored for the last 3:19 of this half and didn't score for the last 2:48 of the first half. That will be a problem. Inbounds pass to Lane, who's just going to dribble the clock out here. And that's a ball game. Boise State wins it 77-68. And the Broncos break into the win column with a win over Southern Utah tonight. They looked impressive at times, but they sure stumbled at the ends of both halves.
Well, we saw a little bit of testiness right off the get-go tonight. As soon as we walked into the arena, Coach Graham's yelling at them. Then we saw a little temper tantrum by Matt Nelson. He was angry about something. But you know what? I like that. I like to see a little bit of passion. Little passion in it. Last year it seemed like just a lot of times they just threw the old unis out on the court and hoped they would play, but it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes you have to get a little angry, you have to get a little mad, and you have to get a little intense, and the Broncos certainly had enough of that tonight to make it work for them.
I tell you what, Matt Nelson, exact same numbers he had in Wyoming, 16 points, 9 rebounds. Final score 77-68. We'll be back with a post-game show. This game is over lock, stock, and barrel. Go to the Lock, Stock, and Barrel for famous prime rib, hand-carved steaks, and soup and salad bar. The game is over. We'll be back with a post-game show after these words on the Broncos Sports Network.
Check out Bronco Vision on your way out for tonight's Play of the Game, brought to you by Taco Bell. And don't forget, too, your ticket is worth a Carl's Jr. Big Burger. Just take your ticket stub into Carl's Jr. and redeem your Bronco ticket for a free Big Burger from Carl's Jr. Bronco fans, thanks for your attendance tonight. Boise State's next game is in Fort Collins on Monday, November 20th against Colorado State Rams. This game will start at 7 o'clock and be on the Mountain Channel and can be heard live on 670 KBOI. And the next home game is Wednesday, November 29th against BYU. To remind you, the BSU women are in action Monday night right here at the Taco Bell Arena at 7 o'clock. For scorer Matt Irvin, timer John Collins, clock operator Jeff Courtright, 35-second clock operator Sean Card. Bronco